We were fortunate before we went into COVID to get a couple of these young men on our campus, and that definitely helped us in the recruiting. But some of them never been on our campus, so you got to trust where they're coming from, what coaches they played under, and for us to be familiar with that, I think set the tone for this recruiting. Not a huge class, we needed to get some offensive tackle type of bodies, and any of those offensive tackles when they're young, they're going to look a lot different 3 years from now. But to get with length where they're 6'7", where they're 6'6", where they're 6'4", to be able to get that length where you feel they have good feet, they got toughness, that they know how to block. I think that was something that we go in and that we're searching for. Some good offensive linemen last year that we feel will develop, and a lot of those kids are going to be interior offensive linemen. So the focus this recruiting class, we needed to find some exterior, those offensive tackles that can handle the edge. Well, it's the first class that you're able to at least build that relationship from the front end, to be able to come in here. Now they're going to have to adjust to what we're trying to build here in the locker room and on the field. And that's the one thing I'm most proud of our kids, that in the, through this pandemic, that I really believe we've come to closer together as a team. I think we're able to build those relationships. I know they believe in the principles, in the values that we're trying to get across. They're coming from great football programs. They're going to come in and fit in the weight room and know what the expectations there. They're going to know what the expectations on the field. And I feel like even our older guys will hold them accountable that way. I believe in the hometown hero and trying to, get young men to buy into that. I hope we're building in our own program that it's less of us and more of everyone else. And, to represent the Valley. And what does that mean? We see these championships, and this is what people want, and this is what the Valley wants. But more so, they want to know that you care for the Valley, you help serve the Valley. So to get a hometown young man like Carter, which I don't know how much he really thought about staying home. My first conversation was, Coach, I'm thinking, I'd like to get away. And then it was our job, how cool it would be to change and get this program to be back where they were in 2016, opportunity to win a championship, opportunity to get the Valley back in, to see a packed house at Stanball Stadium. And I know that's what the people in this Valley want to see. They want to see these guys from the hometown. They want to see the Carter Calgrens. They want to see the Mark Wades. They want to see the Dre Rushtons. So we got to do a great job. We got to evaluate our needs. It's always tough because, when you manage a roster, sometimes our needs don't always match up to maybe what's coming out in the 21 class. But those are conversations we got to have with our local coaches, and we got to keep building the relationships there, that the opportunity, you don't have to go, to the Mid-American Conference. Right here, there's only a few teams that can play for a national championship in the state of Ohio, and we're one of them. And to come here and have an opportunity to put a ring on your hand that you won a national title, that's our selling point. To represent your community, to represent your university, I think those are all important things. And when your career's over, guess what? People remember that. And so we're going to continue to recruit this area hard. I think it started with Carter and our tenure, and we got to continue that.